All right guys, welcome back to the garage. Let's get this Forester wrapped up. Before we get started, I did get this thing aligned and they were able to get everything within spec, so. Couldn't be happier about that considering we're using an eBay Crosstrek lift and we got 14 to 18 Forester struts on it. So a little mismatch of parts, but it worked out. Now, if you watched the lift video where we lifted it, you remember I mentioned something about some drivetrain wobble. Well, got some stuff from Anderson. We got center support bearing drop spacers and then anti-wobble insert for the transmission mount, and that should cure our vibration. Now, it's really hard to capture that vibration on video, but if you want to know exactly what's going on, Anderson Design Fabrication's YouTube has a great video demonstrating exactly what's causing that vibration. So if you want to know more about that, go check out their video. But this should be a pretty straightforward install. We'll pull the transmission mount out, slide this bushing in, put the mount back up, and then we'll just throw those spacers in for the carrier bearing. All right, first thing we're gonna do is pull this heat shield down, and there's two 12mm bolts there and two in the back here, and that heat shield, we'll be able to slide that right out of there. All right, now that the heat shield's out of the way, we can see our mount here. What we're gonna do is take these 14s off, and then these 14s here for the transmission brace, and then make sure your transmission is supported, and then we could pull this brace down and then remove our mount. All right, now we have access to our mount and our 12mm. Okay, we got our mount and our insert. Now, some people say you can actually just push this in by hand. We're gonna use the vise. And I got a little bit of energy suspension, or I guess that's prothane grease for poly bushings. And we're just going to use a little bit on this. Not that it's really needed, but we'll throw it on there just in case. Okay, I got it somewhat in there. And we'll let the vise do the rest. Okay, we're almost there. There we go. See if I can get this one all the way. There it is. All the way in. Just put it back in the car. All right, mount's back in. Only thing that really gave me trouble is this bracket for the exhaust. Only reason I had to remove it is to get to this nut back here. And to get it back up there, I actually had to use the jack to jack the exhaust up and actually lower the transmission a little bit just to get two 12mm bolts back here. But all wrapped up. Let's move on to the carrier bearing spacers. All right, we got two 14s that hold the center bearing up to the body. So we'll just loosen those, and then we use our new hardware and spacers and bolt it back up. Okay, new hardware. We got a lock washer and then a regular washer. And we got our spacer. So we'll slide our spacer in there, slide the bolt up, get this started. And the new hardware are 17s. Now we just gotta throw the shield back up and we're all done. Pretty easy install on both of those parts. Now let me go take it for a quick drive and I'll let you know if it got rid of that wobble. All right, just got back from a little drive. It did not like the carrier bearing spacers. For some reason, it made the car feel like a dog. It lost the peppiness from it. It just felt like the drivetrain was binding, which is weird. For such a small spacer, it just didn't like it. So pulled them out, much better. The drivetrain wobble's gone. There's still a little vibration if you really get on it a little bit, but normal driving, perfectly fine. So I think that's gonna wrap it up on the Forester. I hope you guys enjoyed this little series. I got a CRV to do some work too, and then lots of plans on the Charger. So thanks for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you on the next one.